right, so this is a tutorial for Just Like Heaven. The chords, the easiest part, you should know the chords to this one. It's a C, it's a G, it's a D minor. Oop, can you see my D minor? You know a D minor. My finger's all botched up there. And then an F. Okay, so C, G, D minor, and F. That's the chord progression. It's the island strum. Down, down, up, down, up. Okay, so this tutorial has the two parts to it, and it's a great sounding picking part, and it's not that difficult, but it takes a little practice. So the first part, we're going to divide it into two parts. The first part, and I'm not going to do the island strum with it, I'll just do down strums, and it's a very forgiving strum because you can play all the strings if you need to. You don't have to only play the bottom two, although the bottom two are what you're doing most everything on, okay? So it starts up here, and you're on the seventh fret, okay, bottom string, and 8th fret, second to bottom string. And you're getting those two strings. So the first part of the picking part I'm going to teach you goes like this. Okay, that's it. It's just, so you're up on the 7th and 8th, then you come down to the 5th and 7th, 5th fret, bottom string, 7th fret, second to bottom string. Okay, and then you go down to the then you go down to the 3rd fret, bottom string, and then the 5th fret, second to bottom string. So it's just this. Okay, so one more time. Here you are up on the 7th and 8th. And look, you can play every string if you'd like. Okay, here's the 5th fret and 7th fret. Okay, and then the 3rd and 5th. Okay, so one last time for the first part of this strum tutorial. Okay, then the next part, if you can play a G chord, you can do this next part. All you're going to do is play a G. Okay, so you come down here, then go to the G. And on the G, you do the exact same strumming pattern, but you let off the bottom string, this finger, okay? And then you let off the second to bottom string, this finger, like so. So it sounds like this. That sounds like a little kind of a interesting chord, but it actually works. Listen to it all together. First part, second part. That really does work. So you're doing a G, let off the bottom string, let off the second to bottom string, and you're just left with that one finger of the G chord. So it's a G chord, and you just kind of eliminate the bottom fingers, the bottom strings on the G chord to make that the second part of the strumming, okay? So it's like this. Okay? And then, easiest part ever is you just do the D minor to the F with the island strum. Okay? So the three parts, okay? The last part's not even that difficult, but the three parts look like this. Part 1, part 2, part 3. Okay? And then you repeat it again. The last part of it, after you do that twice, the last part is you go to the 3rd fret. Well, let me play it for you first, and then we'll build on that, okay? Okay? Okay, that's the last part. So all you're doing is, it's again on the bottom strings, bottom two strings, go to the 3rd fret and play the two bottom strings. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Okay, then you play a G chord. Okay, then you go up to the 5th fret and bar everything you can. Okay, and then you take your pinky and you go, what is that, the 8th fret, bottom string. And that's probably the most difficult part of this, is having to stretch that finger all the way up here. If you need to use your ring finger, you can do that. But I like to do as much stretching as I can with my fingers there. So the last part, once again, and count 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and then you repeat the first part again. Okay, so I'm going to play the whole thing for you again. And I know some of you say that I do these tutorials too quickly, even though I try to do them in under, 3 minutes, and I think I've easily doubled that to 6 minutes right now. But it's a great part to learn on the ukulele. So let me do the whole thing for you again, and here's what it sounds like. So I'm going to attach the music sheet to this tutorial, and sorry it's almost 7 minutes long, but slow it down, pause it if you need to, learn this part, and we'll see you at the next practice. All right, thanks, club.